Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2K action kicks off with the semi-final stages right now. Max disappeared. We replaced him with a better version of Max. We got Fox the Dawn, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, I'm the better version of Max, I guess. I guess that's my title for the day.
Why not? Well, we'll stick with that. We're going to be casting Denial versus Strictly Business. We saw Denial just clutch up in Game 5 against Optic Nation. Meanwhile, on the other side of the bracket, Elevate versus Team Caliber awaits us. Fox, how much of the 2K have you been watching today?
Not much, just up until about the quarterfinals. Started watching some TK, some NV, and a little bit of OG. Okay. I haven't been watching too much just because, they obviously have 2 fill-ins today rather than the whole roster. I wasn't really interested in watching that a whole ton. But I did see them struggling a little bit, and I think S&D it was.
Yeah. Picking up Merc today. Search and Destroy has been his kind of like Achilles heel, if you will.
Yeah. A lot of players have one, even some of the best.
Yeah. Why do you think that is? I asked Max the same question. I'm curious to see what you're thinking.
I really couldn't tell you why. Maybe he's not adjusting to the new sniper meta that everyone has, where most people on your team will have an overkill sniper on their back, or it just depends. I mean, it's also that he's not on his normal squad right now. He's coming from playing with NBS2, a new squad, and then to OG as a fill-in. So he's obviously not in his comfort zone right now.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling, that's for sure. But OG out in the quarterfinal stages of the tournament today. Elevate, TK, SB, and Denial all progress through. Predictions. We'll start with SB Denial.
SB Denial, I want to give that straight to Denial. SB, formidable opponent, but I think Denial's just going to come out on top. I mean, they're also at the top of the league right now. They're in 3rd place, right behind Elevate and OG. So I see them doing perfectly fine against SB, of whom are not even in the top 12 right now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to agree with you. I say 3-0 Denial.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it's going to be. Sorry, Strictly Business. Love you guys, but I think you're going to be able to win this one. The other side of the bracket, though, this is where it gets interesting. Elevate versus Team Caliber. What are your thoughts on that one? TK, obviously, they beat TR with Nade Shot. Elevate, they beat Optic Gaming. Both these two teams looking pretty good in today's 2K.
Yeah, and watching TK play today, I mean, they seem to click pretty well. They're going 9-13 right now. I think they're doing better than they were with their older roster with Goon and Theory and Looney. But I don't know. I gotta say I want to give that to TK.
You give it TK?
Yeah, I think that they could. I think that they could come on top and beat Elevate. Obviously, Elevate are second right now with going 15-7, very impressive, just under Optic Gaming, of whom has been performing very well up until COD Champs. Obviously, I just see. I could see TK coming through and getting that win.
I'm saying that goes to a game 5, 3-2 Elevate.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't even matter who goes through. I think Denial's winning this 2K today.
Agreed. Absolutely. I think Denial could beat any of the currently existing teams right now.
Without a doubt. Looking flick through on some of the classes. Fizzup rocking EMPs, something that we don't see too often, especially in Hardpoint, but he's going to try and make that work out in his favor. Twiz, double frag, double stun for Sin, and no tacticals at all for this man, John, who isn't going to be running Gung Ho. He was a big advocate of Gung Ho at the start of the game. Going to stick with fast hands.
Yeah, I mean, John had the, I think it was John that had the IMR in his hands. I wouldn't want to run Gung Ho with the IMR in my hands either, but we're seeing Denial already 10 seconds in the league with some easy control this hard point, as John actually pushes in for a kill and decides to back off for a little bit more slang before he gets under the objective.
Looking at the Sin, top blue, he's going to drop as well. Attach, meanwhile, he's going to be in that hard point for Denial. John tries to break it, not going to be able to do so. Attach just going to be chilling, picking up some free time for Denial. This is a lot of free time. Relatively uncontested, a lot of slaying being done by Clay. He was 6-1 to start off this game before just falling, but meanwhile, Attach still on this hardpoint, folks.
I feel like this is such an easy hardpoint to get someone off of, and we're seeing them rack up almost 40 seconds, just super uncontested, pretty much, coming from Denial. I mean, look at John. He's still sitting in school window, completely useless to his team. Had he had a bow or something, or he could do it with an AS1, he could have wallbanged the player outside of Cube and taken him out.
Right. Just needs to be a little quicker to react. Somewhat. Twiz, he's going to get pinched, and he's going to fall. Is that some body shooting coming out? I think it is a little bit of body shooting coming out.
I think it's well-deserved. Denial has clearly come to win. They're playing this map so much better. His attack turns on one player, almost gets the second, but he gets cleaned up, and Sinful is the player to do it.
That would have been a back-to-back turn on. That would have been disgusting. Sinful's got EMP'd, so I think that was... Yeah, that would have been Fizzup accidentally EMPing his teammate, which you're going to want to avoid doing. 20 seconds left on the hard point. before it rotates. And to be fair, SB is picking up a lot of this time here, and that's mainly down to just Twiz locking down that hard point himself. 2 kill streak for him. Everyone that's pushed, he has managed to shut down. Now JCap's going to try and lock down the spawns for the next hard point. Everyone Garage picked up 1 kill, sees the second player on ramp, dashes to the right, connects, and this next hill will be all Denial at the start.
And Spawn's playing such a huge role in SB's comeback right there. From losing the first hard point, they immediately started to get those back green spawns. I think that's part of why John decided not to push or pursue any kills around Cube at all. So they were still able to maintain those good spawns, and they got pretty much all of the green hard point.
Yep. They got a big old chunk of it. I think it was like, what, maybe 35 points, maybe more?
Yeah, something like that. Almost 40 for sure.
Right, it was a huge amount.
Well, look, right here, we're seeing 3 denial plays sitting on top of the hard point. As one finally goes down, that's going to be replays, but he's going to spawn pretty close as they do have some decent spawns. One would imagine still 2 players fighting it out, but it looks like Denial JCap is able to take out the last player on the hard point.
Yeah, JCap's still lying there, picks up another kill, pre-fires down towards bottom ramp. There will be a player pushing him. Hard point's going to be contested, but JCap, sneaky little man, keep pre-firing, keep shooting bodies, do your thing, JCap, you do you. At 90 to 48 point lead, 5 seconds left. Twiz needs to win this gunfight at the back. That's back-to-back kills for him. He knows players from Denial are going to be inside that next hard point, but he's locking down the spawn, and that was a really heads-up play right there from Twiz. Yeah,
to back off there. Now he's just waiting for the players to come out of ramp. He knows not to push into that hard point just yet. He wants to make sure that his team gets the spawns. That is his top priority. But Attach is going to catch on to that, take him out with no problems. And now we're going to see Denial trying to make a push for this hard point, as they've had control of it since the very start, even though Twiz was trying to get those spawns.
John pushing through the front door. There's one. Free fires for the second. Can't connect. Visit though. He will be in the hard point. Looking over to the far side, but doesn't really need to be challenging that. That was something you can just kind of afford to wait for someone else to push through.
Wow.
Try and shut down, and you just see the raw slaying. It's now they just run straight into the hard point, kill everything, and get control. Oh my god.
Attach turning on a player inside yellow. Denial came from the least opportune angle to get this hard point and got all 4 of their players in it without dropping anyone. And now they're rotating for the next hard point. They'll probably just try and fight for a huge chunk of time on this one as well, because they're already set up.
They have a big lead. Going into school. Twiz, mid-street, able to pick up 1. He tries to go through fire. He's tagged up 3 players down. John, last man alive. And you really want to see him wait for some team support, but he's already tried to break through from blocker side. Able to pick up 1 kill. Now the flood comes in from Strictly Business. Visit with 2. And SB break the hard point. Really good break from SB.
Yeah, I'm looking at Twiz on the hard point here. He's got Gung Ho on. It's not going to do him too much good here, as he's not going to do a whole lot of sprinting inside the hard point. Getting taken out by 1 player that came from Gap. JCap is going to be in control of this hard point.
Wait patiently. Players going to be pushing him from mid-street. He is going to fall. You've got John, Fizzip, and Twiz all on the hill for SB. So Denial, with 16 seconds left on it, may actually go for 1 final contest here, just to make sure they don't give up any time they don't need to. Replay is going to win that gunfight. He picks up 2, actually. Still Strictly Business spawning over the locker side. They have to push through the hill. They do so, but Denial pick up all the scrap time. So going into the second rotation of hills, almost a 60-point lead in favor of Denial.
Yeah, Clayster not spotting the players that spawn back green. He's going to be taken out inside school. And now for this next hard point, school control, I feel, is the more opportune side. Is if anybody on the opposing team does decide to get into the hard point, you can there are 2 or 3 different ways you can wallbang him. You can toss a nade in, or you can just push him straight out with a sub. It's just very easy to hold, in my opinion, or very easy to at least defend.
Yeah, it's very easy to defend when you have that school side control, and that's something that Orbit, Strictly Business is just not able to get. 4 players drop. Once again, Young Attach just jumps into the hard point and try and pick up as much free time as he possibly can. That lead now actually at 60 points, 24 seconds left on the hard point. Attach looks over towards Garage side, not able to clean up any kills. Bizzo breaks onto the hill. Replay trying to lock down school side, getting ready for that next hard point. 15 seconds before the rotation comes in. Replay still 1 shot, doesn't want to challenge. Denial should pick up the scrap time, but the rotation to the next hill, this is where Denial could have potentially put this game out of reach.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing 3 players surrounding the green area here. We got to see them come out on top, and that they do. Attach picks up a kill on SB, or on John, and Clayster takes out another SB player, but they still could not push through that back green area. Attach getting the spawn in school is going to be the player to do it. Doesn't look like he's going to have a gunfight coming up too soon, because he has a couple players in front of him. But John goes huge with the 2-piece, 3-piece, immediately taking out replays afterwards. John has been going huge this whole game with several multi-kills to his name.
Strictly Business so good at holding this green hard point. They did it for at least 40 seconds on the first side. Could potentially do a similar thing here, and if they are able to hold it down for the last 30 seconds, they'll be right back into this game. It's come down to, Fizz with a big 2-piece to break the hard point. He then pushed the spawn. John got a 3-piece on the hill. Twiz has been picking up big kills. Simple sling around the outside. SB just playing green absolutely perfectly. If they played every other hill like this would be such a closer game as Fizzip almost gets another 2-piece. But that 10 seconds of scrap time will go over to Denial. Now, this is where SB need to fight for this next hard point. John with a big win over Attach, and he's going to be the only player from SB on this next hard point.
Yeah, it looks like we're seeing SB all separated, though. There's only one single player on the hardpoint while everyone else on SB is spawning in yellow, but it looks like Denial players are going to get to that single lone player in the hardpoint before his team does, and that's actually not the case, as they took their sweet time to get there. Replay is going to be taken down immediately by a player that was able to get to the ramp head glitch. Denial, JCat picking up a 2-piece, and Clayster picking up a 3rd kill. We could see Denial take control of this hardpoint.
Yeah, they're going to be able to do so. Twiz tries to push ramp, but he's going to get traded. Fizzip's going to push ramp once again. Teammate in support. Teammate actually flooded from around the outside there. Denial did not expect that, but nothing but contestants coming in on this hill, it seems, as Twiz now going from stairs. He picks up one, looks towards the window. He picks up the 2nd kill. Good stuff from SB as they lock down this hill, but the spawns are really the big gunfights that you're seeing on those minimap. As Simple picked up 2 kills, was not able to pick up the 3rd, so Denial will have the spawns going into the 2nd to last hard point, and if they lock it down, they win the game. Simple as that.
It looks good. We still have 2 players sitting in the old hardpoint getting scrapped on. Now just 1 player coming out to fight for the spawns by himself. Fizzip still going to come out on top. He's the player on the flank for these back yellow spawns. I don't think they still even know he's there. He might have just an easy kill ahead of him. Trying to win the gunfight on the player top cube, decides to back off. Great play, pushing in here. Can he get at least 1 kill to his name? No, he cannot. He gets team killed by Sinful.
Oh, Sin managed to trade that kill though, so not the end of the world. 190 to 202. This is a much closer game than it probably should be. Fizzip on the hardpoint. He's looking for 2 kills. He gets traded. Now it's replays with hardpoint control, but he knows SB is still going to be spawning towards the backside, despite having the early valuable setup. Denial broken. It all came really down to that 1 big kill from Fizzip as he pushed off that old hardpoint, down ramp, destroyed Clayster off the head glitch. And really, that's why you're seeing Strictly Business so close in this game. And they're going to come all the way back into this. They're actually about to take the lead. This
yeah, I mean, you can tell just in this entire game, spawns have been their top priority. We see one player, he knows that he's alone. He just sits in the corner and hides somewhere, waiting for his team to spawn up and push whatever the hardpoint may be with him. Twiz has done it. We've seen Fizzip done it, and even Sinful has done it on several occasions this map, as we're going to see Twiz pushing into the hardpoint, pre-aiming for the next player, and they're holding this down. We could see an SB comeback right here. They're already in the lead by 16 seconds.
They're about to win this game. If they can hold off 1 more push from Denial, they will win this game. Twiz with a big gunfight, not able to win it. Simple in a position to trade, finds 1, can't find the 2nd. 31 seconds remaining, and it's around about a 25-point lead. All SB really need to do is just keep on contesting the hardpoint. I don't think Denial are going to be able to trade the kills quick enough. Attach able to pick up a couple of kills. There is still mathematically just enough time, I believe, to tie this game. They can't win, and with that, SB are going to pick up map number 1. Unbelievable choke right there from Denial.
Did you see how beautiful that drop shot right there by those 2 SB players that turned the corner from back school to kill the single Denial player on the hard point? It was just so well orchestrated, so well timed, and that is what definitely won them the game, as they're in the lead by 3 seconds at the very end. SB with the nice comeback.
Really, really nice. You have to kind of look at that, though, and say that was a Denial choke.
It really was. It absolutely threw this game away, no doubt.
They couldn't control green. Despite an early rotation to 2nd to last yellow hard point, they couldn't control that. They just allowed SB to really run through him. John with 44 kills. Phenomenal display from him, as well as that elevate when map number 1 against TK. So keep you updated on both the semifinals as the action comes in. More importantly, though, that was on Denial host box. So SB with a massive, massive win. For now, guys, quick commercial break. When we return, heading over to Search and Destroy.